What's up, Throttle Squad? Like we talked about either a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever this video comes out, in Blowing Smoke episode 68, we talked about the Bose engine rebuild that we're going to have to end up doing. Now, certain circumstances, we may or may not need to do a rebuild. We're still waiting on things to come about for that, but that'll be a future update. But we did want to give you an update on the motor itself. So we talked about how bad the motor was when we tore it apart. The motor is really bad, really bad to actually need a full top-end rebuild. Craig's shaking his head behind the camera right now because it's just that bad. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick video going over what we found. So first we'll get a shot of the motor real quick. First, imagine the jugs and the head being back on this motor. All right, so that's what we started with. Now, with the jugs being back on the motor, it would have been something like this. All right, and then you had the head on the motor, which would be something like this. All right, this is kind of what we started with. All right, and then we pulled it apart. Well, when we first pulled it apart, first you pull off the head, right? So this is what we came up to when we first pulled off the head. Now, Craig, you want to get a shot of this right here? So number one side was all right. Number two side, though, was not all right. As you see, this is a little chewed up. So we had number one side. I mean, that's pretty normal for a 76, right? But number two side, though, all chewed up for some reason. Why was that reason? Right there. It literally dropped the valve. Now, whoever rode this motor before, actually 2 people before you got it, right? So 2 people before Craig got it, it literally dropped the valve, and this had been going up and down inside the piston while it was running. Now you can see, I don't know how well you can see, you can probably see it, that's all smoothed out, and this is all chewed up here because it was running for so long that it did that. Now when you come back to it, you pull off the head, right, and then you pull off the jugs or the cylinders, and you're not going to be able to see it super well, but the walls of this number 2 cylinder, they're not super bad. I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see that in the camera? Maybe a little bit, but they're not super bad. Yeah, we could re-hone them, but it'd just be easier just to buy new jugs, because this is how it should look, and this is how it does look. The walls are a little chewed up. Now you come over to here where we have the connecting rod. You see the top of the connecting rod is all chewed down. We didn't pull this piston off because obviously it's still good. This piston was all chewed up. Too much. All right. So you see here, this connecting rod is all kind of messed up on top. That is from this valve, along with the piston, just beating it up, chewing it up, right? But luckily enough, we were able to get the wrist pin out and be able to pull the piston off. Now, speaking of the piston, this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what it does look like. So imagine this being over here and somebody riding it like that. Now, what we heard, what the word on the street is that they heard a little knock in the motor. I'm sorry, but I don't care how well your hearing is. If this is rolling around here at 4,000 reps per minute, it's going to be a little more than a little knock. Now, again, this is the intake valve, and the intake valve is the one that drops, and it was just doing this, wearing out this entire piston. Now, if you have seen a piston look this bad, put it down in the comments below And I want to know how many people have actually seen a piston look this bad. Literally the whole interior of it is chewed out. So yeah, get a good shot of that. Now I'll put it back over here real quick so you can kind of see what it would have looked like in the motor. Right there. I don't know how well you can see that with the camera. Oh, well, not like that. You can't. You see it? You're good? Okay. So this, imagine this going up and down at about 4,000 RPMs. And then this rattling around inside of it, messing it all up. But that's what Craig was talking about when he was saying that we needed a full engine rebuild. This is what he's talking about. Now, with recent discoveries, Craig and Chelsea might have a complete motor. We will see. Now, with that being said, we may be doing a full engine rebuild, and we may be doing a straight motor swap. We will see come the near future, hopefully within the next few days. Now, that is Bo's motor, and that's what we were talking about, how bad the motor was when we first got it. Now, like we were talking about in the Blowing Smoke episode, with combined, me and Craig probably have close to 25 to 30 years of motorcycle experience, and we have never seen a engine this bad as far as the condition of what happened. If anybody has any experience with motorcycles, that if you hear a knock in the motor, even the slightest knock, you stop, you pull over, shut the bike down, and then diagnose it from there. You don't keep riding it. Obviously somebody kept riding it from here, but like I said, donor motor may be coming, may not be coming. We will see here in the next few. You guys will obviously be updated. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on Bo, the 76 Yamaha 360, either motor swap or engine rebuild, whichever one we end up redoing. And like, comment, everything down below. Go check us out on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And if you haven't yet, go check us out on Instagram. We post 6 days a week, except for on Sundays. So hit that subscribe button. Huh? Every time. Teespring. I don't have it on right now because it's too hot here in San Diego. I apologize to you over on the Midwest and the East Coast, but it is super hot right now in San Diego. Go check us out on teespring.com/store/Winter Wrenches down here at the bottom of the screen and down in the description below to get you some custom Winter Wrenches merch. This video right here is the most recent video I put up. This video over here is the one that YouTube suggests for you. And if you haven't yet, go ahead, punch me in the face and hit the subscribe button. And remember, always keep the shiny side up.